Hello everyone, it's Christine here and I'm back for one of my favourite days of the week, which is Thrifty Thursday. A chance to share those wonderful finds from op shops or thrift stores or charity stores, second-hand stores, basically anything that you're not buying new and that you're actually saving from potentially going to a landfill, I reckon, is the focus. So these goodies that are in front of me are from the Sewing Lair online op shop. It's an op shop that specialises in haberdashery items, hence the name the Sewing Lair. So you can get fabrics, you can get threads, you can get tools, you can get also things like passions and books. I mainly focus on the fabrics and the threads and the odd tool here and there. And they generally do 2 drops of stock each week. And if you're lucky enough to be on the site when their stock drops, you can pick yourself up some incredible goodies. The really good items do go very fast. So when I'm planning to do it, I'm all ready to click, get them in my cart and check them out. So I have got some absolute bargains in this this bundle here. I think it's all lovely anyway, but there's some real bargains. So let's start off with this beautiful patchwork fabric. I'll bring it up a little bit closer to the camera so you can have a look. I love patchwork style fabrics because you can save yourself having to patchwork together a square, and then you can put your stitching in between the elements. And it looks like you've actually got something that you've patchworked together, and you can even just use sections of them, like you could even cut a heart out, or a shape or a little bird would be really sweet, and then you get that whole patchwork effect. So this was actually a huge quantity. It was 1.12 meters by 2.18 meters, so that's a very decent amount, and it's the Antique Flower Collection printed by Elysian. So that's going to be really lovely to use. Then I've got this beautiful, it really feels lovely. Just trying to work out what type of fabric. Sorry, a car just went by. I've got the window open because it's a rather warm evening. It's going to be even warmer tomorrow on Friday here in Melbourne. So yeah, beautiful blue, quite a tight weave to it. But yeah, just really lovely, and will be lovely to intersperse into pieces. And so most of the fabrics are a few dollars. That Elysian one was probably a little bit more because it's such a big quantity. Then there's another patchwork one. Again, you'd look at this and think, oh, there's someone's done a lovely star effect, but in fact it's all just a printed fabric. But again, it will be great to be able to use, and it's a panel, I guess, and it's already got, I've actually got quite a lot because it opens up all the way down here. So that's a very decent quantity, and it's almost got some of the colours for my Roxy Journal of Stitchery, my Burgundy Bonheur piece. Sorry, I'm just folding it up off camera to get it back on camera. So it's got the sort of the burgundy reds, the greens, the golds, the browns. Even this little pattern down here is very sweet. So who knows? Don't know if that would be too big, but maybe I could incorporate even, or maybe just the middle square. So I might have to have a think about that, because I do like using what I get sort of when I get it. This one I am going to include because I really wanted to put a little poppy with the little scene that I've created for my grandpa on my dad's side, with a little Australian Armed Services button, but then some other little sort of buttons and other pieces, which I guess has a bit of a sense of service to the Defence Forces, but then I want to have the poppy for peace as well. So I thought I might cut one of these poppies out. I've also got a way I can create a stitch poppy, so I'm contemplating that too. I haven't done one of those for a while. And then a nice vibrant fabric with bees on them. And again, just the other day I was talking about putting a little bee on a little piece that I'm going to make for my dad, who used to be a beekeeper until he became quite allergic to bees. But I thought this fabric would be lovely to do thread painting onto and just sort of outlining stitches. So I might even use one of these in an upcoming Stitchery swap square. Could be nice. And again, a very decent quantity of fabric. And let me see if this one has a name on the selvage. Hope Yoda for blank quilting, Bobo, oh no, not Bobo, that's what we call Travis, Bobo. No, Boho Bouquet, blank quilting. again, a very decent sized amount. I really only need sort of portions of things, but I will put them to good use. Let me just check if this one had, I don't think this one had a label on it in case anyone was wanting to track it down, but many of the fabrics are like 20-30 years old, so they are sometimes vintage. Nancy Rink, inspired by the American Textile History Museum, and this is a really lovely feel to it and a really vintage design on it. Beautiful blues and little pinky sort of burgundy colours. And so I wonder if this is, I'll have to look it up because this could well be a vintage inspired pattern, possibly, I don't know, from feed sacks or something else, or quilts. So that's lovely. This one, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I saw it, I thought it was cute. It was a little panel with a sweet little elephant on it. I might, probably not quite the right colours, not the pinks in the background, but I could stitch these with a bit of burgundy, and I could add this to my burgundy bonheur piece for my niece, Emily Rose and the elephant. So that's a possibility. Or I could do something especially for her and send it over for her. So that was just something I saw and picked up. And then I do love my florals and roses again. Beautiful vintage goldy colour. This would have been great for Kathy as well, who I just recently sent the Stitch Reswap to. And this is Moon Dance by Robin Pandolf for Moda. So Moda Fabrics. And again, a nice long or wide piece of fabric. And again, these are just great to be able to take little sections out and add to your work. You can cut around flowers, you can just use a portion of it, a square of it, etc. And you can stitch into and do thread painting. The leaves would be great for thread painting too. So that's that one. And then a fun fabric. Let's have a look at this one. Natura seeded cotton Hindi. But I loved how these had fruits, but in these really intricate little designs, almost like little stamps on the fabric. So they'd be really sweet just to cut out and add to pieces. So again, a very generous portion. So probably not, I mean, not big enough if you were necessarily making clothing, some of these portions, but for what we do, slow stitch, it's ample fabric, plenty to share as well. And then this lovely fabric, a Rambling Rose. Do you see a theme with all my flower inspired fabrics? Free Spirit by Tanya Whelan. I have heard of her. And so again, so lovely to be able to just cut out a portion, a little circle of this, or you can use it in a square shape or a segment or a little cut along. But yeah, really, really versatile to just add little accents to your work. And then probably a bit brighter than I usually do, but sometimes with like my Stitch Reswap squares, I want something nice and bright. And I do like adding, I sometimes add my vintage measuring tape to my stitch pieces, but I thought it could be fun to be able to add some quite colourful measuring tape as well. So I'll put that with my sort of little sewing inspired fabrics. And then this one similarly, I can never say that word, this one has beautiful colourful buttons and cottons on it. And this one is So Excited, designed by Andy Metz for Canvas with a K in association with Benartex. And I'll just check whether this one had, I don't know. Oh no, I think this one does have a selvage on it as well. This one is Back to School. So that's the fabrics. Now on to a bit of fun. So we have, and I'm just getting my prices up again so I can tell you how much these were. So yeah, most of the cottons and things I've shown you were like $2.50, $3, $3, $3.50, $2 for the Rambling Rose, the So Excited $3. So yeah, really good prices. So then this little thread pack from Semco, that was just a few dollars, but particularly handy because it's in very neutral tones, which is fabulous. So I think that will be very useful. Sorry, I'm just going to have to plug my phone in because it's decided to run low on battery. So let me just get that plugged in. Sorry if it just moves for a moment. And then some beautiful just embroidery threads. So let me have a look how much these ones were. So these ones were cross-stitch thread in storage folder and carry pouch. So $8 for all of these. So let's just have a look what we've got in here. So I've got all of those, and they're coming on beautiful little windy things as well, which is very handy, where you can put the little label on. I've not seen ones like this before, and keep it all very ordered. And a second carry case as well. So given most of these, like, you'd be lucky to get them for $1 a piece, you've already really paid for it with one row of these, and then you're into plus you've got the storage case. So that was good value, I think. And most of them look like they've barely been used. And then just push this to the side. This bundle was a mega pack, and that was $30, but it's got beautiful threads in it. These are all threads. I'm not even sure how you kind of get them into the case. That's going to be interesting. I wonder when you pull it. It looks like it starts to pull out, which is interesting. This one looks like it's variegated unless it has the two colours there. But again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 huge portions of thread, each with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's barely got anything in that last one there. So 8 by 16, over 100 different threads, and for $30, so that means they're like 30 cents each, and they are really gorgeous glistening threads. I'm not sure, it's not a brand that I've come across. Lola Glory does say rayon, so but they've got that beautiful sheen to them, and they look like a perle, but a finish perle. So and some of them are even very fine and beautiful and glistening. So this is going to be a lot of fun to play with. So let me just show you the colours. So these are the purples. Martha, I think you'll be looking at these and going, oh, they're nice. There's variegated ones for sure in there, Martha, so you're going to be salivating over those as well. Funny to have the one purple in here. But yeah, I really honestly don't know how you even get them in here unless you somehow poke them through and then take them back and forth. Anyway, I'll just be using them from here. I'm not sure what I will then do unless I can work out the method for using these. If someone knows how you get things into here, do let me know. Unless you actually buy them in here like this, I'm not sure. Beautiful browns, more beautiful variegated ones. Look at the rainbow colours in this. Wow, look at that yellow. Beautiful. Variegated greens here. That one's a nice thicker one. So yeah, all different weights of them as well, which will be great. And you can just really get a good sense of the thread just by looking at it in here. And I guess you don't have that problem with it getting, it's like some people say, you get sort of wrinkles and crinkles in your threads. Again, look, beautiful variegated. And yeah, lots of it. Just look how much is in this one. Just stuffed full. More beautiful pinks and purples into the blacks, and plenty of black there, and a beautiful fine one here. And then look at this one. It's almost like it's got little weavings or little knots sort of embedded in it. Not sure if you can see that. And then beautiful reds and all different colours. Pinks. And again, just all different widths of them and thicknesses ranging across. So they are very, very cool, I reckon, and it's a great way to have a huge selection of threads. I'll have to see which colorways aren't in the mix, but to be able to roll it up like that and put what looks like a little hairband on it, and there you go, a beautiful roll of threads. So that's great. And then finally, this was the bargain of the day, $5 for what you're about to see here. It said an assortment of wool threads, embroidery wools. So always love when it comes in a tin, and they had to stick the tin down because it was trying to pop open. And even the tin, I thought, oh, I'll have a look at the age of the tin, see if there's a use by date or something on it. So I'm just taking the masking tape off because we don't need to keep that on the tin now. Let's just get that off. So I had a look on the bottom, used by date of 1992, and I thought, oh, that's not that long ago. And then I went, that's 30 years ago, over 30 years ago. And if it's a use by date of that, it's probably a year before that. So yeah, so vintage as well on the tin. But we all love our tins for buttons and other things, but it's absolutely jam-packed. And for $5, I mean, honestly, the value in here, these Appleton wools, for each of them, some places, yeah, you can pay up to a good number of dollars, $5 or $6 for them. A beautiful variegated wool. More beautiful variegated green. So it's got greens into yellows. Sorry, let me just move this up so you can see it fully in shot. More beautiful variegated. A huge wodge of lovely, so lovely. Just feels beautiful, beautiful. Another beautiful one here. Blues. More gorgeous blues into greens, variegated. Possibly hand dyed. Look at this one. Pinks up to blues. I don't have that many. Most of my wools are just plain colours, so it's great to add some variegates to my collection. So beautiful colours here. Some lovely blues. And pinks. Variegated. So Martha, you'll be probably salivating over these two. More beautiful. So many colours. All the colours of the rainbow in that one. Purples into pinks, to mauves. Beautiful pinks, bright yellow, beautiful ones there. Little Wood Fleece Yarns, Creighton's Creek Road, Aurora. So I guess that's where these might have come from. So I'll have to have a little look on that website. Beautiful greens and variegates again, and then Appleton wools made in England. Nice blues, but I'm just so stoked for $5. I mean, honestly, that is amazing. So that is my Thrifty Thursday op shop haul. Also, our friend Valita does opshopcrafter. She hosts that as a hashtag. Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming hosts the Thrifty Thursday hashtag. So check those lovely ladies out. And yeah, thanks so much for sharing in my finds. It makes it doubly fun when you can share what you have bought. And buying online, you never quite know what you're going to get. And sometimes you just get an absolute bargain, like $5. I am just, the whole shop itself is worth it just for these finds. And those threads are amazing. I just wouldn't find anything. I've not seen that brand in Australia. It's incredible. I'm going to have to look that up as well. In fact, it's got Edmar Co. P.O. Box 55, Camarillo, CA. So I think it's probably from California. It's probably US. It could be a collection that someone's brought over from there. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back tomorrow. My stitch along is continuing with the lovely community, but I've also got a fun idea that I'm working on for bringing together my stitchery swap squares. So stay tuned for a video on that. Thanks everyone. Take care. Bye.